Hello, in this video we're going to cover logging into your Chromebook for the first time and allowing some of your apps to install. So first of all, you're going to power up your Chromebook and you are going to accept our end user license agreement. You'll be prompted when you turn on your Chromebook for the first time to read that, and after you've read through it, to accept it. Next, you're going to connect to your Wi-Fi. To do this, you're going to click down here where my mouse is, and then you're going to go over to where I am connected to student Wi-Fi and click on this arrow. So if you look here, you should see, I'll clear my notifications. You should see your home Wi-Fi. If you don't, you can click here and go through the process of adding a Wi-Fi just like you would for a smartphone or a tablet or another computer. Next, you're going to sign into your G Suite. To do this, you'll need your Marion GS email, and your Marion GS email will be the same as your Office 365 email. So for example, if your Office 365 email is firstname.lastname@k12.wv.us, your Marion GS email would be firstname.lastname@mariongs.com. And then the passwords for these two are the same. So if you don't know your login information for your K-12 email account, ask your teacher and they can get that for you. And then once you've logged into your Chromebook, once you're set up, it will start to download some apps that you'll need for school. That might take a minute or two depending on your Wi-Fi, but we're going to preview these. So to open my app drawer, I'm going to click on this circle, and then I'm going to click on this arrow here, and we're going to preview just a few of the apps that you might need for school. The first one you'll use is Google Docs, and Google Docs is very similar to Microsoft Word, except it's all online. Chromebooks don't have a lot of storage. It's kind of easier to think of them like a big smartphone with a keyboard than it is to think of them as a little computer. So all of your Google Docs will be saved online. The next one will be Gmail. This is Google's email, and depending on your teacher, this will be how you communicate with them or how you email back and forth about assignments in Google Classroom. Our next app is Google Chrome. This is your web browser. This is where you can go for research. You can also go to all of these apps through Google Chrome. It's similar to Internet Explorer or Mozilla Firefox. The next app that you'll probably be using is Google Drive, and Google Drive is kind of like a large binder or a filing cabinet for all of your school work. You can go through and create folders, you can organize your work by class or by grade, and in Google Drive, it will all be saved for you automatically. Google Sheets is similar to Microsoft Excel, so you can create spreadsheets or you can create calendars in there. Google Slides is similar to Microsoft PowerPoint, so you can use that to create presentations and visuals. Files is where anything you download to your Chromebook will go. I mentioned earlier that the Chromebook doesn't have a lot of storage, but if your teacher gives you something like a PDF to read on Google Classroom, if you go to Files, it will be right there. Your camera will let you take pictures, obviously, so if your teacher asks you to submit a photo to Google Classroom, you'll probably use your camera. And then that camera will save photos to Google Photos. And the cool thing about Google Photos is if you have your Marion GS on your smartphone or on your tablet and you take a picture there, it will also pop up on Google Photos. So if you need to take photos for school on your tablet, then you need to upload them to Google Classroom. Using Google Photos might be the best way to do that. The Office app will take you to the Office 365 login page. So if you're using your Office 365 email or Microsoft Word or PowerPoint or Excel, clicking on the Office app will take you right there. You shouldn't have to mess around with your settings too much. And then there is a calculator. And that is, I believe, all I have for this video. In our next video, we'll cover the Marion County Technology Portal and logging into Clever.